Hello and welcome to Jurassic World Evolution with me, Kevin Sawyer. And this is going to be a first look for the channel. I've heard about this game and I've been keeping an eye on it for a while. I pre-ordered it a while back actually. It's made by Frontier, the same people that make the I've forgotten his name now. Planet Coaster, and so it's similar mechanics to that. So the path situation and placement of buildings is very similar. That's where it ends. Obviously, this is going to have dinosaurs instead of roller coasters and whatever rides in it, and I know I haven't been doing much work on that. It kind of it got to a point where I just it wasn't gaining many views, and I've kind of put it on the back burner for the time being. I will bring it back at some point, but anyhow, it's very similar concept to that. It's got Jeff Goldblum in it. And now, if you've watched any of the films, you'll know he's in the film. He narrates in this. He does it quite well. There are many other voice actors as well. You might find me chuckling every now and again at what the stuff they say. It kind of does make me chuckle. There is a lot of dialogue in this, and it kind of, you'll find me stopping and almost biting my lip because they're constantly interrupting me to where what I'm saying or whatever. But I've had a quick dive into this game and just to see how it works and what is what, but I don't know the full SP on the whole game as yet. So you're gonna have to bear with me. But anyway, it's not. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Excuse me, for the Steam page, so you can have a look at it for yourself. I say it's not cheap. You might want to hold off until there's a sale for it, or when it's just on offer or whatever. But if you're really into it, obviously you're gonna have to pay the top money for it. But anyway, let's dive in the game. Are you sure? Yes.
Hello. May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should, because diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
I'm Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab. We've already started on an enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Just kidding.
Right. Okay. So the controls are quite relatively straightforward. It's Q and E to rotate right and left. W forward, S backwards, and A and D are right and left as well. As for zooming in and out, it's right mouse in and out, and both mouse buttons together pans your camera. But let's try and put this in. I'm going to put this in sort of away from that main gate if I can. There.
Let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here. you'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths in the power grid.
Yeah, so the paths are very similar to Project Coaster.
Now comes the real test, incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
Cool. Right. One thing I will say, if you're coming in, well, you're watching now, and you're a younger viewer. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen this episode, but in future episodes, if I do make this into a Let's Play, there might be instances where the dinosaurs decide to eat the inhabitants, i.e. the guests, or eat each other, or whatever. So watch this, viewers' discretion is advised. But anyway, let's go into there. Let's incubate a dino. Now, don't expect me to pronounce their names, because I wouldn't have the foggiest.
Imaginations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
Yeah, you find that they're constantly going back and forth like that. But anyway, let's release the dinosaur. Hello.
Life. It begins. The most precious moment. The result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations and unknowable combinations, chaos, all leading to a living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique. And now we, you, just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny because I watched someone called Polecat. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He does. I'm not subscribed to him, but I have watched a few of his videos. He does GTA, and his voice always reminds me of Jeff Goldblum. I mean, he's similar sounding voice. But anyway, let's take a picture. Let's take a better picture than that. It's just that's better. Ooh, one of them will work. Anyway, right, that's the first one. Right. So that's that one done.
The Hammond Foundation has 3 main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
Right, so basically, if you go run down one path only, the other people will sort of like won't turn their backs on you, but they won't help you in any way. So from what I understand from watching other people's videos on this, it's better to balance them out. Now, typically, you can go any path that you like. There's no strict rules about going which way you want to go for. It's just I'm choosing security.
This is Lambert, head of security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the islands. So here's our basic conundrum. We want to keep our animals under control while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors, because these animals have potential as combatants. Look, everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park. But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
Yeah, just to get certain.
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
Come on, Snap. just basically the only reason I'm putting this in is so then it just unlocks the certain features you're going to need at some point anyway. So it's better to have them rather than not have them and need them. You're being fiddly, aren't you? I might leave that and put it somewhere else then. It's being too fiddly, so I'm going to bring it down here. Rotate if I can. It's Z to X to rotate the buildings. You can press space to snap it. If you put it, I find if you put it slightly off of the path, you can put the path to it.
One more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, they kind of they don't want to help you out as much if you sort of like favour one over the other, and
Well done.
vice versa.
And you'll notice absolutely no hint of sarcasm. Unless you listen real closely. So, what I meant to say is that completing that contract has raised your standing. Your reputation, if you will, with the security division. This means they'll be willing to give you more difficult missions.
Put that in just because it's small and it helped generate some income in as well. Might put in a gift shop as well at some point. I don't know where, but I'll put that food place there. Right, here we go.
Lambert here. I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested.
Basically, they're paying you money to do things you'd be doing anyway, so it's better to do that. I'll show you what the...
Glad to have you on board. As you can imagine, the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
So if you can hear my door, I've got it, the window open,
I'm
so...
gonna need you to extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got my window open because it's a bit stuffy. And I've just literally got back from work, so... Anyhow, so... Got the fast food compliments in. We've got some guests already. Unlike Planet Coaster, you can't click on your guests to find out what they're thinking, what they need, etc, etc, etc. They just do their own thing. It's just all you have to worry about is, you know, when they're scared because you hear them screaming and running for the hills. Right, anyway, so first things first, we've got to research the genome. Let me just show you the basic mechanics of the game. So basically you've got all the islands. If I go to here, right, here's the islands, or the devs as they call them, or defs. This one I believe is the original island from the film, if you've watched the film. Obviously it's the hardest one to get to, etc, etc, etc. But you can open up parks in all of them. This has been the easiest once you've unlocked to a certain reputation. This map, obviously you can send out expedition parties and stuff like that. This one is the fossils, so you can research fossils from this and sell them if you need to. We'll do some research because we need to. Might as well get it all underway. It costs, everything costs. There's certain costs down below here on the bottom of the screen. You can see what you start off with, just over 2 million. I believe that's like your research or stuff like that, or rep. I don't know how that all works. There's the contract status and stuff like that, and what they want you to. Profit per minute. Nice. Minus 7,000. Not good. Okay, right. So let's send off the fossil team to go and get some. So I'm gonna pick somewhere out random. Just go there.
Good. Your first expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction.
Later on, you can upgrade, etc., etc., etc. You can go up. All your buildings are
Your job
upgradable.
is simple, really. Create dinosaurs which attract visitors to your facilities, brings in capital, money, huh? Which means you can do more research to build better facilities and create more dinosaurs, and there you go. A circle of life, development and resources, nature and commerce. See? Simple.
You can also gene splice. So you know, if I go into which one is it? This one. You can go into. I think it's this one. You can start messing about with the genomes and all that jazz. I think in here you can sort of like. You've got two hatcheries. You can splice with other gene-modified genomes. If you go to that, it brings up all the genome cells, and you can modify it. Frogs, modify it with pretty much anything to fill in the gaps, so to speak. Another one out. They're social creatures, so it's better to have two of them. Let him go out, or let her go out. So, if people really take an interest, I'll, you know, I'll start in the next episode. You know, I'll say for people to start thinking up names now. And if you want to, if people really get behind me and want to watch more of this, we'll start naming the dinosaurs, and we'll give them names, because you can actually name them. If you click on their welfare, I think it's that one. Which one is it? Yeah, R. There you go. You can with the hungry and stuff like
You
that.
should extract genomes from fossils that have been collected inside your fossil center. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
Thank you. Let's get them a feeder as well, because it's better to get one of them. Might have to get a ranger station. I'm going to get all this all up and running now, because it's better to get it before you need it. So APU center. I'm going to need one of them at least. Connect that with the path. And a ranger station would be a good idea as well. If I can put it in there, I will. But I don't think it's going to let me. So I'm going to have to extend. Actually, let's try down here, because we might have some space down here. Might be just enough space to put it down here. Oh, looking promising. There we go. That can go.
Hey, I'm Isaac. I've been hearing good things about you. I'm in charge of the entertainment division here. What good is the world's greatest show if no one sees it? Don't answer. That's rhetorical and painfully obvious. What I'm saying is that we need people in our parks. Fill up our facilities with warm bodies. Numbers bring revenue, excitement, and opportunities.
Now, that's quite an expensive undertaking. Successfully incubate and generate. Okay, it's just a dinosaur. which is quite cool. Let's.
It looks like you've run out of power. That's not
Yeah.
good. Build more power stations or increase your output.
I don't know how we go about doing that.
I'm Owen Grady. Owen to my friends. I've seen things I'd rather not talk about, but it hasn't dampened my commitment to the dinosaurs. The raptors more generally, and me and Blue specifically. We have a special relationship, like what I have with Claire. Less complicated. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You can't upgrade the power slots, I don't think. So it looks like I'm going to have to buy another power station. So another small power station. Let's put that down here, because that doesn't matter, you can put that anywhere. So let's rotate it. And stick it down there. And connect the path to it. I don't know how you go about. I guess once it's built, you can then. I guess if you click on the power station, then you can extend the power points to it, or just build them as separate things. I think they're separate things in the. In the build category. Sorry, I've just gone quiet because I'm concentrating and trying to get that build. I'm going to put that down there. There we go. That sorts the men from the boys. Well, that should give us our power problems back. Yeah, cool. Let's see if the exploitation team's finished. They have. Every time you send one of these dudes out, that costs you. So bear that in mind. Let's check on the fossils. You do get money from selling these as well, but obviously you want to try and extract the DNA from them if you can. If you can't, then just sell them on. See, that one, you can't extract any DNA from it. So you can sell it and get some money back. Which almost pays for the excursion itself. That's how the guests doing. In fact, I might put in a little gift shop. Ooh. New viable genome. So that's fast food. Let's put in a gift shop. Because that might help. There we go. These need refilling from time to time.
Like us, different dinosaurs require different diets. Make sure to place the correct type of feeder in an enclosure. I'm a red meat man myself.
Food statement fresh. Reserve 9 out of 10. So there's still stuff in there. See how the dinosaur is doing. I don't want that guy yet. Although he's successful, he is a meat eater. and I will bring them in, but once I've got a proper fence, because what my plan long term is build a fence into here, and then I can let them out, let the APU people take them to the relevant enclosure. And eventually have enclosures dotted around. There is a landscaping tool. You can sort of landscape water, trees, etc., etc., etc. Put more trees in, take some trees out, level land. You know, it's all pretty cool. Oh, cool. That might help. Extract DNA. Extract DNA. This is where the gifts come and goes down here. Not many people coming in at the moment. This is bad. We need guests. Guests in equal more money. More money means more research, more dinosaurs, etc., etc., etc. New variable genome. Oh, cool.
Okay, next you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond Creation Laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
Already done. We've got that and a ranger station, I think. Did I put the ranger? Yeah, the ranger station's down here, isn't it? Yeah. Was that saying? Requires... Oh, I forgot to put the path connection in. Idiot, Kev. Right, try that then. There we go. Sorted. Even though the jeeps don't typically drive up and down the path, it's just the employees need to walk up and down the path to get in and out, I guess. Right, so let's breed one of these dudes because it's herbivore, so you won't. You can make them more docile and stuff as well with the genome splicing. You can splice it with like more docile frogs or stuff like that. Makes it more docile. You can make it more aggressive. Obviously, the more you play about with it, the more it's going to shorten or lengthen its life or do adverse things to it. Still no ghosts. I like the multi-language aspect of this though. Which would be actually true in something like this. It would be multicultural or multi-language in any new parks, and most trains and buses are multi-language. How's our expeditions doing? Let's have a look. Looks like they're finished, so I'm going to get them to come up to this one now. Go and get us some more fossils. How's this doing? So it's almost done, almost incubated. Release dinosaur. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome an Edmontosaurus to the park.
A Montosaurus. They always head straight for the water. It's like, yeah, I'm thirsty. I want water. I think that deserves a picture, I'd say. If I can get in there without... turn the status off and take a picture. That might be the thimble. Or the other one might be the thimble. Depends on what... I think that one might be the thimble, actually. Right, so, research... Mission parameters. Oh, research, okay. So I've got to do some research on... So there's a research side of this as well. Where is it? There's the research. So you need to go into... No, not that one. Which one is it?
The Research Center lets you improve your park in various exciting ways. New buildings, upgrades, and more await.
Forget what it is. Not that one. Not that one. No, that one. Again, not all costs money. I'm not quite sure what these do yet. I've got to look into these. Let's have a look. Oh, they're just like little files that you can look through. Pretty cool. And then there's the dinosaurs themselves. You can look at their natural behaviours and stuff like that. Pretty cool.
Right. This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
Yeah. Right, so he wants us to release the hounds in a sense. Alright, so release the hounds it is. Who's going to escape first? That's the question. Dinosaur threat. That one up there, he's already
The
spotted.
ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should
Escape.
be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
This opportunity is solid and can really help the entertainment division. So please consider it.
Yeah, I'll consider that one.
I mean, you know how to take pictures, right? Everybody does. So this next contract should be something that you can handle.
One objective at a time.
Okay, we have our runner. Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time.
Look at him run.
Right now, we have our
Everyone's
hands
running
full.
for the trees. I would too. I'd just run for it. It's like, he looks a lot happier now he's out free though. Right. I tried this off screen and I didn't get very well with it. I will try it again. Add task.
Adding task.
Pilot helicopter. Whoa, I'm probably gonna crash. I don't know. Ah, space to increase. How do I now go over to dart rifle? Ah, right. Someone else is driving, hopefully.
Adjusting position. Miss confirmed.
I think I got him. I'm a lousy shot at this thing. It's difficult. It's like trying to shoot. Ah, that'll do.
Confirming hit.
Get yeah. Just getting tired. Yeah.
Confirming successful neutralization.
Yeah.
Reassigning role.
You'll need to call in the offshore transport team to safely move this dinosaur back to its enclosure.
Yeah. It's pretty difficult, but it's achievable. So get these guys to come and collect the asset, as they call it, or the poor dinosaur. Poor guy.
En route to collect the asset.
Here comes the belly pop up. You can't click on them while they're unconscious, I've noticed. Immensely dignifying. Poor dinosaur.
Assets in the air.
Fly like an eagle. Fly right into the future. I'm terrible at singing, yes I know. Just makes me laugh, the poor thing. I feel sorry for it, but also I just want to laugh my head off because it's like, yeah. It should plonk it down, and then it should go.
Delivery complete.
And it wakes up, and then I'll get a nice big fat paycheck for doing that as well.
And that's the job finished. True and square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
But I'll leave it at that, guys. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the first look of this. If you did, please guys, let me know and be honest, be frankly honest. If you didn't like it, then don't necessarily put a dislike, but just put a comment down below to why you didn't like it. But if you liked it, then obviously do like it, and again, put a comment down below to why you liked it and why you'd like to see more and what you'd like to see more of in the next episode. I'll try and endeavour to bring that in. And if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel, you see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification icon. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.